Hi friends, MD Vegan. I make a juice today because it's my juice fasting day. I always make these juices and they are fabulous to just enjoy the ingredients. Today is a kale juice, a green juice, and kale is literally the most nutrient dense food we have. It's a vegetable, a dark leafy green. That's the healthiest food anyway. And these are dinosaur kale, far as I understand. And they are, of all nutrients, they have the most. Yeah, it's really cool. But you know, that one thing is when you make a juice or a smoothie with the kale, the problem is they can be bitter because the more minerals and nutrients they have, the stronger is the flavor. Flavors are also nutrients are also flavors. So flavors are nutrients, and they can be very strong. But you know, when you harvest them, when they are harvested after the first frost, when it's winter time, then they can even turn sweet. That's the best time to harvest them. They haven't that many nutrients, I guess, because they are planted, or the little seedlings are planted in spring, and then they grow through all the summer. Take some time, and then they have these powerful leaves. But as I said, when you harvest them too early, or in Germany now we get them here in summer. Don't know where they get them from. I guess they have not seen frost, not these ones. So the last time I made them, it was too bitter. The juice was too bitter. It's clear. It's very powerful. You know, I took a lot of kale and had a lot of fruit too. Yeah, I showed you my fruit. You know, there were 3 or 4 leaves only. Yeah, and fruit I have 2 peaches and 2 apples each. No, not peaches, sorry, pears. 2 pears and 2 apples each. Yeah, I put them in these bowls to make it recognizable, to understand what I have. You can see what I have, and me too. I can see what I have here in the recipe. I've organized my recipes before I make them with these little bowls, containers, so I can have the measurements about. It's a more intuitive way to do it, because I have these bowls. I know these little containers. They contain 2 cups about. The same amount of oranges here. These are 3 little juice oranges, but there are similar amount is 2 apples and 2 pears. So 2 cups each. Pear a little bit more. The pear I found with kale juice especially is good because it makes it sweet. The pear has the sweet flavor, and that's what kale likes, because it is sometimes a little bit bitter. So adding the pear really helps with the kale juice. So with these 3 fruit, apples, pears, and oranges, is a trinity of very common fruit, maybe the most common ones we have in our culture, in Germany at least. Yeah. And they are all over the planet. But they together make a formidable juice, wonderful, sweet and sour, perfectly balanced, even a little bit of bitter from the orange, and also the sour is there, and the texture is a little bit creamy from the pear. So try this juice, apples, pears, oranges. It's delicious, and I never saw it sold anywhere. It doesn't seem to be common, this recipe. It is so good. I was surprised myself when I found it first. Another story. But yeah, this is the one fits all, or maybe like a banana milk smoothie made with banana milk, with some nuts, some bananas, blended together with water, and you can put anything, almost anything in this base to make a smoothie. Especially with green smoothies, the green leaves can be bitter again, and so when you have the banana milk at the base, you can always make a delicious smoothie out of any green leaf. So, very cool thing. Like this here, this juice also one fits all, almost. So the kale. So the kale and these 3 fruit, apples, pears, oranges. And today's specialty, because I made this juice before, this base, but today it was parsley, wonderful. But today I have mint. Yeah, mint is really the herb for the summer. I was in Morocco once. They have mint very famously. They ever have a bag of mints with themselves when they travel through the desert. Whole buses are full of people. They all have big bags of mint and make mint tea. It's perfect for the heat when it's hot outside. We drink a mint tea. it's cooling you down. It's a cooling herb, and it makes fresh breath. Mint, we know in the bubble gum, you know, there's mint. So this is wonderful and has many benefits. The mint family is a famous Mediterranean herb family with the basil, oregano, thyme, sage, mint, of course, others. They are cultivated, having cultivated for thousands of years, and very good different qualities, all of them. So very nice to try them once in a while. Herbs and spices are the second healthiest food we have, by the way. So anytime I can use them, I'm always ready. So this is a nice way to try, and it gets a fresh, cooling, a little bit. Yeah, let's see if it works with the kale. Let's see. And then on top of the mint, just here maybe 3 stems or so, not a whole bunch. I begin with 3. It's strong flavor. Maybe you can take more. I don't want to overwhelm the other ones, but I'm positive to use more because I have these wonderful fruit juices here, the apple, pear, and orange juice. They have a very nice base, and I can add other flavors to that. Yes, and I will add here lemon and ginger. I often do that for juices and other recipes too, to make it fresher and to make it more fiery, you know, to enhance the other nutrients. So the other nutrients can be better absorbed when you put ginger into something. Ginger is one of the healthiest spices we have at all. The lemon is an antioxidant that keeps it fresh, and also they tickle out the sweet flavors. They balance the bitter flavors. Lemons are really wonderful. I always have some at home. So 7 ingredients here: the kale juice, the apples, the pears, the oranges, mint, lemon, and ginger. You might try some peel. That can be a little bit tricky. When you take too much, the whole juice is ruined. They're very powerful, but at the same time, the most healthiest part of the lemon. The lemony flavor comes from the lid, from the zest, from the yellow color. The sour flavor comes from the flesh. And maybe you can add a little bit of the bitter, the lemony flavor. But I can't take too much, but I will check that while juicing. Come back in a sec and show you. This is my kale juice today, mint kale juice. And I used only half a lemon, as you can see. I kept the other half, goes back into the fridge, no problem. So half a lemon only, it was a large lemon, half. And well, a lot of ginger, but not too much. You know, there's a little bit I kept. That is maybe 4 or 5 inches is a lot, because I had a lot of fruit juice. But still, the lemon would have been too much, I would say. I tried a little bit in between, said, oh, okay, not too sour. Lemon can always, or sometimes lemon can be tricky if you get too much. It's too sour, and then the whole juice, it's not terrible, but terrible would be ginger too much, or lemon peel. It would be terrible. You can't drink it anymore. But lemon is a little bit sour then, but not nice, you know. Lemon can also be easily too much. So half a lemon. Just for you to know, for my measurements, it's not a liter, almost a liter. That's usually what I have on a fasting day, these juices. And then I drink 3 more liters of other beverages, if not juices. So it has to be 4 liter total for me, but that's only me. Others might be different. Because when I drink 4 liters, whatever it is, broth, veggie broth, water, of course, lots of water, tea, coffee, whatever, you know, plant milks, I know I won't most likely not have a headache or something. I can be prone to that, but usually when I drink enough and so I have no problem at all. But fasting is cleansing. You reduce calories, that's the definition, a medical definition, over time, for a day or so. You're reducing calories, then the body changes the metabolism, how it creates or generates energy, and that's then fasting. It generates energy more efficiently by burning ketones, smaller molecules, instead of sugar. That's what usually happens. Most of the cells burn sugar from fruit. Yeah, that's the same on glucose. And that's the fuel. But more efficient it would be to burn ketones. What happens in a kind of emergency when you have too little energy, too little calories. Then the body changes and begins to cleanse, to fast, when you fast. Once a week I do that. And then I also reduce the fiber. Not everybody does that, because fiber is usually the healthiest, one of the healthiest part of the food. This is the fiber. It comes out of the veggies and the fruit. And the juice, you separate the fiber from from the other ingredients and nutrients, and then the juice goes direct to the bloodstream. No digestion, because what's digested is usually the fiber. Fiber is separated from the ingredients, from the fruit, from the food, and the fiber is that what cannot be digested, so to say. But it also contains some very important nutrients, the so-called polyphenols, very important flavors, colors from the ingredients and from the plants, and they somehow stuck or linked to the fiber. So you lose also polyphenols when you drink juices instead of smoothies where whole food goes in. Yeah. I do it anyway because fasting for me is not reducing nutrients; it is reducing calories. So far, that's right. The people who are criticizing fasting without fiber, they are right. You reduce the calories, the nutrients, and fasting is not about reducing nutrients. It's about reducing calories in the first place. So they're right. But reducing fiber, what I add, is also arresting digestion, and that to me is very important. I mean, it makes so much fun to stop digesting, so to say. The juice goes directly into the bloodstream without digestion. There is no fiber. I save the energy that takes digestion. That usually 10% of the food energy goes into digestion. So I save that energy. My senses are enhanced. I taste better, more intense. I can sense what the ingredients do, how they play together. What a chef likes to know, right? Find out how the ingredients play together, how they behave with each other. That's cooking, putting something together, making something more of it. So that's why juicing to me and fasting on the juice on these fasting days and gentle juice fasting, we call it, very nice. And if you do it gently, fasting can be dangerous if you overdo it. And more than a day, for example, you better see a doctor or have a medical professional to oversee that all, because you can harm your internal organs without noticing it. And especially the kidneys, for example, they all eliminate all the toxins. And if you don't drink enough, that can be hard and they can be harmed, even in one day. So you have to be, when you have medication, for example, on a medication, fasting can change the ratios, the medication, the amounts of effective chemicals that are in the medicine. They can change, and so you're not sure if you do it right or if you harm yourself by taking too little or too much of the medication. So all these things are to be considered. But when you are healthy, when you feel great, one day shouldn't be a problem. When you drink enough, shouldn't be a problem. And that's why I call it gentle juice fasting. It is from Tree Yoga. My teacher, Yogini Kale, the founder, she introduced that to us. And I find it the best way to fast, honestly. One day a week only, and over time then wonderful effects. Because when you do one day, I mean, it shouldn't be too difficult. It gets more and more intense over time. When you do years, 10 years or so, then the fasting goes deeper and deeper. But very slowly, you can watch it. You can slow it down. For example, if I feel too stressed, maybe, or stressed in fasting, a little stressed, it's too much cleansing. What I do is I simply drink a smoothie with the fiber. The digestion begins again and the fasting slows down. The cleansing slows down. And it's easy. So gentleness is important to me, and living in the flow, living a compassionate life. The flow comes into yoga by Tree Yoga, by Yogini Kale. She brought the flow into yoga, and flow means compassion. Doing compassion non-violently. That's the flow. It's the quality of the flow. To enter into the flow and to be mindful and these kind of things. And if I feel bad, the body begins, let's see the other way around. If I feel great, the body begins to heal itself. If I am stressed, the body has no time to heal. It switches to fight and flight models. And so feeling great is good for fasting. If you feel great, the body heals more easily, and that's why I prefer this kind of fasting. And it takes more time, but it is safe. And that's, for me, important, because all these health things and bodies, all this is a long time. If you have a medication or a surgery or so, it is fast. But when you do it by yourself, with nature, body by itself, go inside, always takes time. It takes time and focus and persistence, and that's my lifestyle. Yeah? To do it thoroughly and slowly and always getting better a little bit. Yeah, we have all our different lifestyles. I prefer this one. So that you know. So this juice with my feast today, I will just drink it slowly. As I said, it goes direct to the bloodstream. So if I drink too fast, the sugar from the fruit, for example, the blood spikes, the sugar spikes, and insulin is confused, and that can have also impacts. We don't want that. I drink slowly, sip by sip, like a meal on a regular day, eating it slowly, chewing well, taking time for the food. I drink the juice on a fasting day like I eat a meal, slowly, sip by sip. Takes some time. So it's good to enjoy that, and I feel what it does to my body. Enjoy the flavor. I get to know the kale, all its qualities, together with the apples, pears, and ginger, and lemon, and orange here, and lemon ginger, the mint. And now I'll taste it. I see already the color is beautiful. It's a beautiful kale color, green. And the texture also nice. A little bit creamy by the pear, but still non-runny. I show you in a moment what it looks like when I pour it into a little glass. But so now I will taste it, the most important thing. Let's see, I'm very excited about the mint effect. That is a very strong flavor. Let's see what it does together with the kale. It's also a strong flavor. So 2 strong flavors, let's see. There they are. Both flavors are there. I knew I had to take less kale. I did 3 leaves only, not a whole bunch. 3 or 4 leaves. And depends on the size of the leaves, of course. Yeah, these leaves take less. Yeah, well, mine were like this, not too much. So, and the mint also, small amount only, a little handful or so. You saw the amount. And they are both intense. The kale tends to be a little bitter. This kind of kale, harvested before the frost, it's bitter sometimes, a lot of nutrients. And the mint, you know, cutting flavor, refreshing. Yeah. You know mint, you know, it makes a fresh breath. So these two together play here in the nicest way. Both are there, both are balancing each other out, not making the other go away. So it's a very nice flavor. And of course, the whole thing is balanced by the nice juices here, lemon, orange, pear, and apple. Makes it sweet, the nice sweet and sour balance with a little bit of bitter from orange, but very nice. And the lemon and ginger, as I said, they make it all fresher, more intense, and highlight the other flavors more. But I like this juice a lot already from the first time I tasted it, but I will have to drink it all to really get it down and to understand, that's what it does, you know. You always only know that really when you drink it all, I would say. So now I show you the juice. Here's my little glass, and I show you the juice. Yeah, it runs. You see it's runny. It's a little bit creamy. It's a very nice texture for a juice, I would say. And these kale juices, I have a lot of kale juices on my YouTube channel. You check it out. You go to my channel, to my page, YouTube page, MD Vegan, and there's a little sign where you can search, and you can kale juice, and you find a list of kale juices, and that can be really nice, very powerful juices, and full of nutrients and refreshing, giving you more oxygen. It seems when I drink these, I love the green juices. You know, they're wonderful. And a legend, of course. We all know kale juices, right? They can be very, very manifold with different greens, other greens. Another one is with parsley. This is mint now. Let's see what's next. But this is nice. So far, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you like my video, subscribe MD Vegan on YouTube. Have another recipe every single day. You could push bell button and get notifications so you get the recipes and you're notified you don't miss a single one. And you can also find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and X. And there's another Facebook page called Tree Yoga Moon Fasting. That's the page where I always post all the juice recipes. I post them on other pages too. But they are all together, and with the moon fasting calendar for the best fasting days and so forth. Yeah, I can check it out. See you soon.